If you're just visiting my channel for the first time, I must say you're welcome. And if you've watched my previous video on how to make hair shampoo, I believe this is just a reminder and also corrections on questions that I've been receiving from my previous video on some of the chemicals and the procedures I use in making the hair shampoo. So that is the more reason why you need to pay very much attention as to know some of the things we are going to be teaching, other process we can use in preparing hair shampoo. I believe this will also give you a room for you to know that it is not, preparing shampoo is not a straight or a one-way process. There are different processes you must use in preparing hair shampoo, and it will still come out to be perfect and okay. Okay, so we have STTP, which is sodium triphosphate. We have SLS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate. We have tazapone, we have menthol, we have perfume, and we have our preservative. So I want you to follow me step by step, and remember, do not skip this video. Okay, so let us proceed. So this is our soda ash. This is our soda ash. It is in a solid form. It's in a solid form. So this is our nitrosol. The nitrosol is in a powdered form. It's in a powdered form. That's our nitrosol. This is our sulfonic. Our sulfonic, which is our foaming agent. That's the foaming agent. That's our foaming agent. Now this is our menthol. Our menthol. And it helps to, this menthol helps to give you a very nice scent, and it is also an anti-dandruff that helps to kill microorganisms like dandruff and fungi in the head. That is our color. That is our color. And this is our tazapone. This is our color, tazapone. And for the color, you can use any color that you want. You can use any color you want. But when mixing the color, you must be careful. This is our fragrance, our perfume. So for this one now, I am using vanilla. So you can use any kind of perfume you want. This is our SLOS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate. Then here now we have our, just like I told you before, this is our soda ash. So in this video, I want you to pay great attention as I take you on the journey on how to produce this hair shampoo. Please, I must let you know that these materials has been measured, and we use this scale in measuring them. If you want to learn how to measure these chemicals in that scale, you can watch my previous videos. You will see how we measure using the scale. And this is my turning stick and my bucket, which I'll be using today to prepare the hair shampoo, which is 20 liters of hair shampoo. Now this is the small bucket I'll be using with my turning stick. I'll be using it to mix little chemicals. So this is my water, very clean. That's my water. So let's continue. This is our SLS. These are SLS. So all we need to do now is we'll have to soak this SLS in water before we begin with every other process, because this LSL, if we did not soak it on time, it will cause the shampoo to begin to form lumps, and then it will not be good. So we have to soak it before we start every other process, so that before it gets to its turn to mix together, it must have properly dissolved. So all we need to do is we just add just a little quantity of water. Just add a little quantity of water. The water, it doesn't really matter the quantity of water you are adding, but just add water that will cover it, that will help it to be able to dissolve very well. So that is it. Now after this, we keep it aside. We have to keep it aside. So the next one there now is we'll begin with this. So this is the container we'll be using to dissolve the whole thing. Okay, so now I will have to pour some quantity of water. Remember, what we are producing is approximately 20 liters of hair shampoo. 20 liters of hair shampoo. Please, I want you to follow me step by step. Please remember, do not skip this video, because anytime you skip this video, you end up missing one step or the other, and by the time you try to produce your own, you have a failed result. So this is nitro soap. This is our nitro soap. It is dusty, so while putting it, just try as much as possible to bring it very low so that it doesn't go away. It is very dusty. So when we put, the more you put, just keep turning it so that it will properly dissolve. If you don't dissolve this very well, it will form lumps. Yes, it will form lumps. So to form something like balls in it, and it will not be good. It will not give you a very nice texture that you need. So that is the more reason why you need to take some little time to make sure that the nitro soap dissolves properly. Make sure that nitro soap dissolves properly. Though the nitro soap doesn't take time in dissolving. Nitro soap doesn't take time in dissolving. In shampoo production, nitro soap is the base, which is the major component of shampoo production. Without this nitro soap, believe me that everything you are doing will all be in vain. Yes, it will all be in vain. So you must make sure that you stir it very well. You must make sure that you stir it very well. Now, as you are stirring it, please, if today is the first time of visiting my channel, please, I want you to do well by hitting the subscription button and also turning the subscription bell on, so that anytime we post in this channel, you can be able to get notification and to watch our videos. Yes, and to watch our videos. So as you can see, the liquid, the nitro soap has properly dissolved, but not that's dissolved. So we just have to keep turning. Just have to keep turning it until we get a smooth and nice dissolved nitro soap. So we continue. So this is our soda ash. This is our soda ash. Now in this soda ash, I will have to dissolve it with little water. Though even if you dissolve it with water, it will not see dissolve. But for some reasons, we need to add it in a separate bucket, add some water to it before we add it to the nitro soap solution. So let's do it. So we still add some water to it. Now I can begin to stir it. I begin to stir it. Please, I want you to always follow the procedure. Believe me, it is not difficult. It is not difficult. For some of you that will be asking me, like, how many quantity of water or volume of water should I use in dissolving the soda ash? The quantity is not, even you can use them, if you like, you can fill the whole bucket, but just make sure that you put water that will be able to, give you access to some of the particles that has not properly dissolved. So all you need to do is just keep dissolving it, keep turning it until it dissolves to a certain level. Though when you still pour it into the mixture of nitro soap, you it will still dissolve properly, but just make sure that you dissolve it very well. Like as you can see now, it has dissolved to a certain level. So all we need to do now is we just have to leave it for some minutes. We have to leave it for some minutes so that it can properly dissolve before we add up our other solutions. So now I'm going to be adding my Tezapon. I'm going to be adding my Tezapon right inside the, look at it, Tezapon. I'm going to be adding it right inside the nitrosol solution. So let me add. So after adding, I'll have to stir it very well. Okay, it has now dissolved. So now the next thing that we are going to do is we will now add our SLS. Let's check if our SLS is ready. Let's check. So now look at it. So all we need to do now, the SLS is almost done. So now I think our soda ash is ready to be used. So all we need to do is we go ahead and pour it in. Go ahead and pour it in. Then I will have to raise it with some water. I have to rinse it with some water. Please, if you are just starting, you have to put on your hand glove. Please, very, very important. For me, my hand is already used to some of these chemicals. My hands, my hands has been adapted to the chemical conditions. So I go ahead and pour this in. Then after pouring, I keep stirring. It is becoming thick. It is becoming thick. The more you add all these chemicals, the more you discover that the texture is coming up. You can see the texture is coming up. It is becoming thick as we keep adding the chemicals. You can see it. Each chemical you add, please, I want you to do well by turning it properly. Make sure you turn it very well so that it doesn't form lump under the bucket. And remember, when it forms lump, it simply means that the chemical did not dissolve properly. Yes, that is what it means. It means that the chemical did not dissolve properly. So as you can see, this is our SLS. So we need to add the SLS direct into the mixture. You can see SLS is ready. So we go ahead and pour it in. Go ahead and pour it inside. Then I'll have to rinse into some water. Then we now start stirring it. It is also becoming very thick. This one now you have to stir it very well. You have to stir very well. Just the way I'm doing it. So you can see the color. So here we have our STTP. You either add direct or you dissolve in water. So all we need to do now is I will have to dissolve this STTP in water. I have to dissolve it in water, STTP. So let me still use this container to dissolve it. Please, most importantly, make sure you wear your nose mask. It's very important. So just dissolve here before I add into haven't added that one. We keep stirring it. Then the next thing there is we add our sulfonic. You can see it's our sulfonic. So we add it. Please, if you want to know the quantity of this, possibly you can't really guess the quantity here. At the beginning of the video, I listed out all their quantities. So you now go ahead and then add our sulfonic. Now the more you add the sulfonic, you just keep stirring it, because as you're adding the sulfonic to become very hard. Yes, it will become very hard. And for me, as you can see, it is becoming hard and hard. So I'll just have to turn it very well. is becoming very, very hard. So as you can see, I'm now using my two hands to turn. So as you are now turning, I can now add more water to it. I can now add more water to it. It's still hard, so I'll just be gauging the texture, the hardness. If I wish, I can be adding water, just like as I said, producing 20 liters of hair shampoo, it doesn't really mean that it must be that 20. Like this now, if I begin to dissolve it, if I begin to add water, I can use it to produce extra 10 liters, making it 30 liters of hair shampoo, because as it is now, the thing is still hard. Yes, still hard, so I'll have to add more water to it. It's still hard, so I will keep turning. Oh, it's like I'll have to divide this. I'll have to divide it because the thing is much. It cannot contain this bucket, and it's still hard. So as you can see, it is still hard. This is not just ordinary foam. This is not ordinary foam. This is the real hair shampoo. By the time it comes down, you will now see the original texture of your hair shampoo. The next thing is my menthol. This is my menthol. So this menthol now, I'll be dissolving it on fire. Just put it in a container and then dissolve it. Okay, you don't add it directly, just dissolve before you add. This is our menthol. It has properly dissolved. As you can see, after heating it a little on the fire, just so all we need to do now, we add our menthol. Like this menthol doesn't have a certain quantity, depending on how you want your own to be. You can just add small, or even if you like, you don't add. It doesn't change anything as far as the shampoo production is concerned. So the next thing there is, we will continue to turn it. Continue to turn the shampoo. Continue to turn the shampoo. So as you can see, the texture is now very much, and I would like to divide the shampoo so that subsequent time I will be able to still add different colors. So before that, let's add the next thing there is our fragrance. Here's our fragrance. So on this fragrance, you can use any smell you like. There's any fragrance you like. Like this one now is strawberry. This strawberry, that is what I'm using. So I will go ahead. As you can see, this is the quantity. So for the perfume doesn't have a certain quantity you must add. Like this one now is up to, let's say, 10 mils. This is 10 mils. This is 10 mils. So you can use 10 mils or more than that to produce your own. So look at it. So when I add it, I used everything. So the scent is everything. The smell is now very nice. Yes. The smell is now very okay. It's coming out very nice. So the next thing is our color. So we are going to be adding this color. We are going to be adding this color. As you can see, this color. So you can use any color of your choice. But look at the color I'm going to be using now, orange color. So this color, will add it here. So add it in the container and dissolve with water. So please, I will advise you when you are adding color, you don't add directly into your products or into the shampoo. Just bring it out and add small, so that you will know the quantity that will be enough for you, and make sure you dissolve it in water first. So you dissolve in water first. Let me try this quantity. Try this quantity. Then I will dissolve in water. I will dissolve it in water. Try to make sure that dissolves very well. So the next thing there is I will now add the color. So the more I add, the more I check how it is. If it is not okay, I will still add more if I am not satisfied with the color. Color is not okay, so let me add more. So I keep stirring it. As you can see, I believe the color is now very nice. Color is now very nice. So as you can see, and very thick. So as it starts down, I can still add enough water to it. Yes, depending on the demand of my customers. If I want to make, yes, I turn. So I turn, so I will, like the texture is still very thick. You can see the texture is still very thick. So I will have to add more water to it. More water to it. So after adding, I still have to stir it. It is still very thick. It is still very thick. It is still very thick, very thick. You see? So I still have opportunity to add more water to it. So the next thing there is, this is my formalin, just a teaspoonful of formaldehyde. You don't add much, just small quantity of formaldehyde, just small. It's okay. So I will stir. That is the preservative. That is my preservative. So as you can see, the thing is still very thick. I will still have to add extra water to it. Yes, I'll still add extra water to it as I proceed. So voila, you can see it is still very thick. The hair shampoo is ready.